Okay, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah. My name is Darius Washington. I was formerly known as the vegan specialist on YouTube. My channel is now known as the health specialist, and that's due because of my buddy. I got this here. He's taught me a lot. So I'm in transition of switching over from 7-year vegan diet to an all-out natural diet. I've been doing it for I'd say about a month and a half now. And I'm telling you right now, you guys, I'm in complete awe and shock of the way my body has transformed. The energy, I was really struggling with lifting weights and exercising as a vegan. And I thought it would be, quite opposite. And I found out that I was wrong. So I've been doing this keto diet for about a month and a half, and I'm probably never going to switch back. And it's just due to the way I feel. Like I've been sick. Like I was sick. I got diagnosed with Crohn's disease probably about going on 8 years ago, and I tried everything. I didn't, I went to the doctor to give me medications. I tried everything. So I didn't know what to do. So all the meat that I was eating at that time was hurting my stomach. But I know why now it was hurting my stomach. Number one, I was eating a lot of cooked food. Number two, I was eating a lot of processed food. And number three, I was eating a lot of food with a lot of chemicals in it. So I'm thinking that I also have probably some leaky gut or something like that. And that was probably causing the irritation to my stomach. So it kind of pushed me away from the meat for like a long time until I ran into your channel, you know what I mean? And then everything that you started saying started making sense because dude, I felt great for the first 3 years. I felt fucking amazing. And I went around and I told everybody about, what I was doing, what I was eating, how I was feeling, how I was getting up in the mornings and taking smoothies in. I was eating fruits and vegetables all day and I felt great. And like I said, it felt like that up until 3.5 years. And then I started getting this horrible, horrible back pain that came out of nowhere. And it literally took away my energy. It literally took away my drive. And I started searching again, like, okay, I thought I was on the best diet. I thought I was, dude, I spent thousands of dollars. Like I was a type of vegan that didn't I took it seriously. So everything that I did, I went over and beyond. Supplements, everything. I'm talking about, dude, I can show you my AKA medicine cabinet right now, and it's just full of all kind of organic supplements. And, dude, I'm taking this stuff every day. So I figured I wasn't going to get sick. You know what I mean? And lo and behold, my back just went totally ape shit on me. It felt like super inflammation all up and down my back. Literally feels like someone beat me on my backside with some kind of a weapon or something, and it never went away. It's all up on the top, all up on the bottom. So I started doing research, and it said it was possibly cancerous, like cancer is tied to a lot of back pain. And so I started getting worried because, I'd been sick before, and then they were saying Crohn's has something to do with cancer and all that research. So I said, you know what, let me start to see what's really wrong with me. So I went and talked to a doctor who actually finally knew his stuff, and he diagnosed me that I had some oral thrush on my tongue. And the oral thrush on my tongue was due to a candida overgrowth. And this is what was causing initially, all my problems, even probably in the very beginning when I was blaming it on the meats, you know what I mean? It was this overgrowth of candida on my tongue. So if you know anybody that has this white stuff on their tongue, whether it be on the side or on the top, what this is known as a candida overgrowth. And when you see it on top of your tongue or on the side of your tongues, this is when the candida has got to the top of your immune system and you are fucking significantly immune compromised. And at this point, they consume everything that you eat. Everything. This is a very, very smart organism. They consume everything that you eat. And the reason that they're there is they're supposed to decompose you when you die. So basically what's happening is you let the animal out of the cage a little bit too early, and it's going around and it's literally decomposing your body. So this is what I eventually found out after, dude, a straight year of hardcore research, after I had already been doing all this vegan research for the prior, 6.5 years, thinking that I found the optimal diet. And then I went on, that's when I started going back to the meat, and I started eating the meat. And then, dude, within the first 2 weeks of just eating straight meat, and here's the deal, like I cut out all sugar, for that first 2 weeks, I was sugar free. I didn't have anything. It was just straight meat. And then after that second week, I started getting a little craving of sugar. So I started drinking things like probiotics, you know what I mean? But this stuff only has like 3 grams of natural sugar, and that's the most sugar that I get. I won't go over that at all because I actually know, and I finally found out that it's due to all this sugar, and my vegan diet was doing nothing but just making this monster grow out of control. So now my back pain has subsided, dude, seriously, almost over 50%, and it's almost gone. And it was there, just annoying, intense pain for almost a year, bro. Like, would not go away. I tried everything. And then all I've done is go on a meat diet for 2 weeks, and bam, all my inflammation in my freaking back is subsiding. So I know I'm on the right track. So that's why I started listening. I started going into a different direction. I put down everything that I thought I learned, and I refilled my cup with knowledge, bro. And that's what brought me to your channel, because eventually what I want to do is I want to get to where you're at, man. Like, yeah, it's probably going to take me a little bit longer, but like I said, with the encouragement of you and your support and stuff that you put on your channel, it's just going to make this process easier for me. So I just want to say, first of all, thank you, dude. Your information woke me up. Yes, I was under a little bit of a vegan brain fog, and now I see the true light. I know that I was far away from nature, and now all I ever wanted to do was be a part of nature, and that's what I thought I was doing, and I obviously was being misled by the vegan agenda. So, dude, whatever you got to say, you know what I mean? I'm willing to listen, bro. So,
Right
do you have
on.
any questions for me? Go ahead, man.
Yeah, man, I do. So how did you find out about veganism, and when was it? Which year was it?
This was back probably in 2000, I'd say 2008, 2009, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
I was, like I said, I was sick, bro. And I would just decide to go outside, go for a walk one day because I had been sick the previous morning. I had been in the bathroom for almost 6 hours, bro. And when you have Crohn's disease, what it's like, bro, is like you go to the bathroom, man, and nothing comes out. It literally feels like you have to go to the bathroom and there's like so much shit inside you. And then you go in that bathroom and you literally just sit there and it's just air and just gas. And you just push and push and push and push and push. Dude, it's sickening how much you push because it literally feels like there's something there. And this is the problem. You push and push and push. And this does so much damage to your gut. It does so much to the colon. It does all this types of damage. So basically, I just decided to, like I said, go for a walk. And there was a farmer's market that happened to be down there when I was walking. I live in a small town. So I walked down there and I saw this lady. She had this vegetable stand all set up. And I heard her over talking it with another lady about how she had switched to she once was eating a lot of meat and she switched to a vegetable diet and now all her pains are going away. So I said, you know what? I've never tried any other diet before. I'm from Texas. I've only eaten soul food. I grew up on, neck bones, like all that type of stuff. You know what I mean? The only difference is our soul food is cooked with so much chemicals, dude. That's the problem. It's funny that I see now what the problem. It wasn't the food. It was the stuff that was being cooked with the food. So anyhow, I started talking to the lady. She told me, yeah, this is a vegan vegetarian diet. You should go ahead and go home and research and try it. So I did. I bought a whole bunch of peaches. I bought some watermelons. I bought a whole bunch of fruit from her, and I went home. That week, I decided I'm just going to eat this is all I'm going to eat. I'm not going to eat nothing else, and I'm going to see what happens. So at the end of that week, dude, here's the straight up truth, man. At the end of that week, man, my inflammation in my stomach started to subside. So I thought I was on to something. You know what I mean? So I went to the second week. The second week came around. The shit started to literally disappear. I wasn't feeling like I felt in the morning. I didn't have to run in the bathroom. Hence, I still wasn't being able to have the movements that is natural, but I wasn't in the pain. So I thought I was on to something. So I stayed on it and I stayed on it. And then 3-4 weeks came around, dude, I have no more pain. Yeah, I'm not putting on any weight. Yeah, I'm not getting any stronger, but I'm not having any pain. So that's where I thought that I was on to something. So I rode this diet, like I said, 7 years, bro. You know, I was fasting for 7 years, man. You know, that's a fucking long time. You know, I'll never go back to that shit again. I'll tell you that. But that's a long time to be fasting. So, you know, my body just finally said, you know, bro, man, it's time to switch it up, man. This isn't it, man. You need to try something else. And that's, you know, that's kind of how I got back, like I said, to your channel. But that's how I dwelled and got into the vegan diet. Is I went down, I met a lady who said that she had been doing it for a couple of years. All her pain went away. I tried it. I put it into use, and it actually felt like it did something for me up until that 3rd year. So.
Right. Did you have any vegan friends, or did you follow any vegan YouTubers, stuff like that?
You know, here's the funny thing. I didn't follow any vegan YouTubers at that time. I didn't think of anything about being vegan. I fell into veganism. That's how it happened with me. Completely fell into it. And then I was, you know, with my own eyes, you know, in my own experience, it felt like it was doing something for me. So there was nothing anyone could tell me. You know what I mean? Like, even if I had met you, probably we'd bump heads, because I'd be like, dude, there's no way. I feel fucking great. How are you going to tell me to go back and eat the stuff that was making me feel bad? You know, there would have been something there that we probably would have bumped heads about. But dude, like I said, now that I know what I know now, like, it's a completely different change of my life, man. So.
Yeah.
No vegans, but I did follow, when I became a vegan, I did follow your typical vegans, you know, Full of It, Raw Christina, Diabetes Police, Vegan Grains, John Penis, you know, all the rest of those guys. Yeah, dude, that was me, bro. Totally in there, commenting on every video while I was steadily losing weight and not getting any strength. You know what I mean? Because, dude, I used to play college football, bro. I used to have some size on me. Now I'm not even close to the size that I was. Yeah, I'm still got my muscular physique, but I don't have my size, dude. I used to be well up over 210 pounds, close up to 215 pounds. Now we're 170 pounds.
Okay.
And like I said, I've been doing the keto for a month and a half, and I haven't really put on too much weight. You know, it's been like a couple pounds. So I'm kind of still worried that I did a lot of damage to my body, and it's going to take a long time before I actually fully recover.
It depends on what you want to gain, because gaining fat on a keto diet is not the goal of it. It's more to maintain or to even lose weight. So you do need some carbs if you want to gain weight.
I'm going to have to eat carbs.
That's how it is. That's the easiest way to gain weight.
Probably won't. Yeah, I probably won't then, dude. Do I need to eat the carbs?
You could also overeat on protein, but it's hard.
Right. I hear you. So there's got to be some kind of sort of little tiny balance in there, some kind of little switch up maybe.
At least 40 to 100 grams of sugar a day. That would make it way easier to gain weight. You can gain muscle, but you're not going to get big, as in bulky fat.
Right. So can I ask you a question then? Like, with my condition, like I said, I explained to you, I had the oral thrush. Like, well, by the way, it's completely gone now. Isn't that crazy? It's gone. Like, dude, I tried scrubbing this shit off with fucking tongue scrapers, hydrogen peroxide toothbrushes. I tried everything for months to get this shit off my tongue. Guess what? It wasn't coming off. So that should tell you that it's got to be something serious. And then all I did was switch up my diet, dude. My tongue is completely pink again. Symptoms all gone. Like I said, the main pain that I was having in my back, dude, almost completely gone. So I know that somehow that's all, this is tied together somehow. They're all related. They all go and work, synergistically, with each other. So as long as I figure, as long as I stay on top of, the ketosis, I keep my sugar low, and then I translate to like the more raw foods, I think my gut will start to finally heal itself and my body will start to get itself on track. That's what I really feel. Other than, when I tried the vegan diet, like I said, the vegan diet, dude, I didn't feel like when I worked out, I couldn't sustain a workout. Like, dude, I literally work out 15, 20 minutes and be like, fuck this. You know what I mean? Go do something else. Now, dude, when I work out, it's fucking crazy. I'm not even joking. Look, anybody who watches this that has not tried the ketogenic diet, you are wasting your fucking time with every other thing anyone has ever told you. You don't even need to take any supplements, dude. I got a pump that is out of this fucking world. Dude, I haven't taken anything. All I've eating is meat and water. That's all I've had. And like I said, my body, like my chest is filling out, my arms are filling out. Like this stuff didn't happen when I was on a vegan diet, you guys. I was really, really sick. I was having a lot of joint pains. Like all this stuff, I probably would have rode to my grave if I was a stubborn person that wasn't, that didn't use his brain. But, I really, really like to study, dude. So I'm always open to learn new information. And that's one thing about me. I don't ever keep my cup full. If I ever find something that correlates and goes with what that I know, then I'm totally open to receive the information, man.
Yeah, if you eat raw food, you will absolutely heal yourself. That's guaranteed.
How do you think, when you first did it, was it a problem for you to actually eat the raw meat? Like, did you like gag at all or anything like that?
No, not at all. But that's because I was very thin after the hospital, after veganism.
Right.
And I just understood that it's the only way to heal.
Right.
That was it.
How long did it take you to start feeling good, bro?
Quite quickly, the first weeks actually, because I made a video 1 month after I started it, and then 3 months later, and so on, and I just felt better and better. And it was perfect maybe 6 months later.
Wow. So that's probably all I got to look for. I just got to make it a little bit longer with this diet, dude. And I swear things, I just know from the fact of my back, the pump on my workout, like, dude, it's like my body. And here's another thing, dude, like I eat so fucking much now, man. It scares me. Like when I ate as a vegan, here's the thing. When you're a vegan, this is one thing I learned as you're a vegan. You vegans got to watch out for this. Like I said, I take everything to the extreme. Anything that I do, I give it 1,000%. So when I became a vegan, dude, I fucking like to fast a lot. I like to be the person who didn't think they had to eat because I was serving some purpose of not eating so much food. You know what I mean? I was this person, I was caught up in this fucking brain fog that I was doing the right thing when in fact all I was doing was killing myself and going against everything that my creator made for me. You know what I mean? It's like I'm slapping creation in the face and saying, you know what? I'm going this way. I don't care, how I got here, you know what I mean, and how the rest of us got here. So veganism is very dangerous in that aspect, bro, because you get so involved in the little things, you know what I mean? You get caught up in the I'm trying to not consume as much as I make and, all this type of stuff, dude. And that really puts us into a bad spot. I feel honestly, if I wasn't taking all these really expensive high supplements like the blue-green algae, all the brain foods, I feel like I would be way worse off vegan than I was now. I think I would have fell apart probably in a couple years versus the 3.5 years, because I did take, like I said, I spent a lot of money on top of the line supplements that are 100% bioavailable for the body. So in some aspects, I was getting a lot of good stuff, but I wasn't getting those things that are missing from the animal protein. You know what I mean? Look, dude, I wouldn't trade the animal protein. Now I wouldn't trade the animal protein for anything in veganism. Now I don't even touch my stuff. It's crazy. It's been almost, like I said, over a month and a half, and I haven't touched any blue-green algae. I haven't touched any spirulina. I haven't touched any coconut oil. Dude, it's been straight meat and water, and I feel like this is what my body really, really wants and what it's been needing, because I've just been eating so much food, and it seems like I'm never satisfied. That's kind of scary. It's like literally, I can't even tell you how much meat I've eaten in one day, dude. It's really scary, bro. And then when I go to the bathroom, it's like I'm expecting like all this, like, because you know when you're a vegan, you get all this shit that comes out of you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I'm going to the bathroom now, and there's just nice little ice cream scoops, you know, on the bottom of the bowl. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, dude, I just took down like fucking pound of meat. You know what I mean? Like, this is all that's coming out. So, you know, I got to get used to, you know, going back to what is really natural and seeing what it is. And another thing is I'm not constipated, bro. I go every single morning regularly. This was not happening on a vegan diet. The reason this doesn't happen on a vegan diet, you guys, is because of the sugar. You got to understand the sugar destroys your gut lining, aka your gut wall bacteria. So once your army is down, the invaders are going to come inside, pathogens, whatever it may be, and they're going to start freaking fermenting your fucking food. And then that's what's going to cause your bowels and your shit to get clogged up. And then that's when all these fucking diseases start to happen. So it's a reason that we're supposed to only eat fucking meat. It's a reason we are the top fucking predators. You know what I mean? It's a reason all of these things happen. But I really do not like evolution. I really do not like the industrial age, because from what they've done, dude, I've lost a lot of family members. I've damn near lost my health, and everyone around me is fucking dying, and they're confused. So honestly, I wouldn't give two shits if the fucking world war went on right now and everybody went back to the fucking caveman, because this is the only way a lot of people are actually going to wake up to the fucking truth of what really is supposed to be going on in this world, bro. I feel sorry, but I don't have pity. I feel sorry for all the vegans out there that are misled, because like I said, since I started watching your channel, I've been an anti-vegan, and I've been going on every single vegan channel, everyone that I used to support, and I've been trying to wake people up, and I've been trying to talk to people. And it's funny when you're on the opposite side of the fucking spectrum and you're trying to fucking relay the message to them, because you see it, because you've been on both fucking sides, and they don't want to hear it. And you got a lot of these young, immature vegans. This is what I'm calling them. They're fucking easily influenced little kids. They're followers who follow these fucking people and are going to basically ruin their already fucking perfect health. You know what I mean, dude? Just because they're trying to be a part of some fucking fad. You know what I mean? And that's all it is a fucking fad. Anytime you have something, dude, that hasn't even been around for 100 years, what the fuck do you call that? You know what I mean? There's absolutely no research. There's no backing behind it. So we're essentially the guinea pigs of this new fucking supposedly modern diet. So I'm totally with you, bro. I want to help you on any app I can. I'm not the greatest and creativity of making videos like you, bro, but I would love to link up with you on podcasts. I would love to link up with you if you come to the States, and I'll go with you to some of these fucking shows. You know what I mean? I got your back, bro. So whatever you need, man, just let me know, man. And I appreciate, like I said, again, dude, I appreciate the tough love, bro. It takes tough love. That's why I like your channel. It's called Tough Love. You know what I mean? Even though you probably have a good idea that most of us were misled, you know the ultimate truth that it takes tough love. You can't fucking talk nice to these little fucking vegans and expect them to fucking change. You gotta tell them they're little puny ass little bitches like they are, because that's the truth.
Yeah.
You're not your size, bro. You're starving yourself. You know what I mean? So that tough love is the only way. And I think you're getting to some people, bro, because if you definitely got to me, I know you're getting to the rest of these guys, because I can already see a lot of change in their videos and in their attitudes. So I really think there's going to be a lot more people coming around this year, bro.
Yeah. Did you believe that killing animals is wrong or anything like that?
Here's how I always stand on this, and you're gonna probably laugh at me. I'm a kind of weakling in this area, but I never had a problem with killing animals. I just never would kill an animal. I just could never. The only thing I really have killed when I was a young kid was a bird with a BB gun. You know what I mean? I used to shoot birds off the fucking power line with my BB gun in Texas. That's about as worse as it gets. And then my dad used to take me fishing when I was younger, and I could never fucking I could never fucking take the fucking hook out of the fish's mouth. That was like the worst fucking thing for me, dude, because I had a bad experience with a catfish one time. So I from that point on, like, dude, I've just kind of like been like annoyed of animals, bro. But I've never seen like a problem with people killing animals. I wasn't that type of vegan. Like I said, I got into this because I thought it was what was the right thing. I wasn't an activist. I was never one of these type of person. That's an extreme vegan. You know what I mean? People who say you can't wear leather shoes, you can't wear leather boots, oh, the shit's in your car. Those are extreme vegans. Those are the people who make me dislike veganism. And despite me being a vegan, dude, I still cussed out a lot of vegans, bro. I still cussed out a lot of people who had these fucked up views on life. You know what I mean? Like, we've been here on animals since the beginning of time. There's nothing going to change overnight. That was my message to most of the vegans, arguing with most of the people who ate meat. Because, look, dude, like I said, my whole family eats meat. I still hang out with them. You know what I mean? When I was a vegan, they all ate meat. I always tried to convince them, don't eat meat.
Okay.
Don't eat meat. Don't eat meat. And they continually to eat meat. So obviously that's something that we're supposed to be doing. If I'm the only person telling you, hey, dude, don't eat this, and this is how I got here, this is what my mama had been doing for years, then obviously that was, that's what we're supposed to be eating, bro. So I have no argument with that.
Yeah. By the way, when I started eating raw meat, I mostly ate muscle meat, so I didn't even eat organs. But when you start eating organs, then that's when the magic happens. So just saying.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you eat them raw or cooked, bro?
No, I ate them raw, yeah.
What did you start out on?
Liver.
What kind of liver?
Beef liver, possibly, maybe veal liver. But veal liver is what I eat nowadays.
It really makes you feel that good, huh?
Yeah. Many people say that. It just tastes.
I gotta try.
It tastes like something you're supposed to eat, basically. That's the best way to put it.
Right.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. Like, should I be in the process to trying to eat raw? Should I just be lightly cooking my food? I shouldn't be like nothing on the stove, maybe like some bake or something like that, or medium rare or something like that. Is that the best way to start?
Medium rare and then rare. Yeah. And in the middle, it should be more or less raw, and then I suppose you will get used to it. For me, it was different because I understood that that's what I gotta do, so I just went for it. But sure, you can transition.
And then another thing I had a question for is what was I gonna say? This is about raw food. Oh shoot! I just had a brain fart.
About meat, organs.
Yeah, I was about the organs. Oh my goodness.
About the brain, kidneys, liver, bone marrow.
Oh, I was gonna ask you. We're here in the state. I'm here in the States. Okay. The difference is, for us to eat raw meat and raw organs, I think there's a little bit more of a risk factor. Like I got a Safeway, bro. Like, is that safe? You know what I mean? To go to a Safeway and be like, yo, let me get some liver and eat it raw, because that's like a commercial grocery store. You know what I mean? I don't have any farmers around local that I could go, or a butcher that I could go to, you know what I mean, and get some fresh meat.
No, I wouldn't do that, especially when it comes to organs. You gotta get it from a source you really trust. And I found a butchery here that I really trust, and they don't use anything that is unhealthy for the animals. And it tastes good, and if it tastes good, then you know it's good. And I've had people message me also who hate liver that just tastes bad, and then they feel bad because it's just bad liver, because it has to taste good. It has to be one of the best tasting parts of the animal. And if it doesn't taste good, then it's bad. That's it.
That's how you know. As soon as it tastes bad, it's not good, huh?
Yeah, it could be toxins inside.
Man, so I gotta find a really good trusted source. And see, that's gonna be tough for me in this town. And it's not like I can order meat, you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure there's someone out there that 24-hour service that gets you overnight in a cooler or something like that, but you know, it's probably expensive.
There's way to order frozen meat. Otherwise, you live in Washington, D.C.? No, where?
No,
Washington?
Washington State.
Right, state, yeah. Yeah, there's the Weston A. Price Foundation. They have some, I'll give you a link. They have some people who live in each state and you can contact them. Maybe something's around there where you live. It's possible.
I hope so, man. I really do, because the next thing I'm gonna think of, I'm just gonna go buy a cow, bro. And I think that's what I'm just gonna go do.
Actually, if you can find a farm, if you have a car and you can get the lamb, they will sell it pretty cheap, and that's the cheapest way to get meat. And if you can see how they grow up and you can talk to the farmer, how the meat is, what the animal eats, and so on, then that's perfect. But then you would have to possibly butcher it yourself if you don't want to pay anybody else. So
Right. I got a question for the vegans who won't let it go. Check this out. What kind of lifestyle is it to wake up every single day, go to your AKA medicine cabinet, AKA supplement cabinet, and take 10 to 12 things every single day? Just explain that to me. I finally have woken up, dude. Like, I finally have woken up, dude. That, seriously, this is my life. Like, it's so tedious, man. Like, I have to get up, take these certain things, you know what I mean? Midday, have to take these certain things. At night before I go to bed, have to take these certain things. What kind of a lifestyle is that? Just so I can live in a less deficient state. What kind of lifestyle is that? And the worst part is, I was even more deficient. Let me tell you this. I didn't even tell you about this one. I know this was a deficiency linked to veganism. So, dude, my right eyelid right here just started twitching out every single day. It would not stop. It was just like jumping like this, like a muscle or something in there. Would not stop. Dude, this has been going on for 6 months, okay? Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck? I thought it was a magnesium deficiency because all my research I've done, magnesium, you know, and the muscles, the nervous system, you know what I mean? I was thinking that's linked, so I overdosed on the magnesium for a few months. Still ain't happening. Okay, started trying other sources of magnesium. Still ain't happening. Guess what, bro? 3.5 weeks on a ketogenic diet. Guess what? Bye-bye. 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 Gone. So what is that? I know right now, I can tell you for 100%, no, 1,000% fact, I know every vegan out there has a symptom exactly just of what I said. Guarantee it. I had tingling in my feet. You know, a lot at one point. I had every time that I got up really fast, I was really dizzy at one point. Guess what, bro? None of that shit happens anymore. I wonder why. I wonder why. And all they're going to do is make an excuse and try to supplement to try to help that fucking deficiency. Isn't that stupid, bro? Do you see how we get down? It's almost like the modern doctors, you know? Hey, you come in and you say you got a problem and they say, hey, well, we're going to give you this night white pill made out of fucking fungus and mold and give it to you. And that's going to make you better. It's the same thing with the veganism, dude. A pill is not going to fix everything, you guys. You got to fucking wake up, all right? There should be only maybe 1 or 2 things in the whole world that you might need to take, vitamin D and some other things, you know, correct me if I'm wrong. There's only a couple of things that I would really try to hit on, and that's if you're not getting any sun. That just depends on where you live, you know what I mean? But rest all that, dude, you can pretty much eat, you know what I'm saying, naturally and get what you want, you know what I mean? And anything else that you add on top of that is just going to be a bonus. So
the vitamin.
What do you feel?
What?
How do you feel about supplementation?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Vitamin D supplements are made out of mostly irradiated vegetable oils. So it's not an animal hormone, which is what vitamin D is. So for one thing, vegans couldn't even take it, even if there was a real vitamin D supplement, but there isn't. It's fake. it's a toxin.
Right. Right.
What did you think
about?
Yeah, go on.
I said, don't they need something else to also assimilate the vitamin D that they're not getting as well?
Of course, and you
I
always
forget.
need also the same amount of vitamin A, which they also don't get, and lots
Right,
of minerals. And there's no way to do it because you can't supplement. You gotta eat whole foods because only whole foods have
right,
everything you need to use it.
right.
What did you think of?
And you get full.
What did you think about B12 when you were taking it? Did you have an excuse for taking it?
Here's a crazy thing. You're gonna be like, dude, you're crazy. Check this out. So I didn't get into B12 until really fucking late into veganism. I'm talking about like, dude, 6 years into veganism. I didn't get it. I didn't wake up until B12. So reason was is because dude, I was having those eye twitches, you know, the back pain. Like, dude, I was like, what the fuck is wrong with me? I gotta be deficient in something. That's all I could think. So I scour my counter. You know, I talked to the doctor I used to follow, who, by the way, his name is Dr. Robert Kazar, who basically told me not to eat flesh. And, you know, because of the sentimental side of it, instead of the real actuality side that you actually need this shit. And now that I see that actually he's just trying to make money, because if he knows the truth. He knows that we can survive just off of the animal flesh, except he has millions of products that he sells that he'd rather have you take than to eat the animal products. And that's what we're all caught up in, bro. So it's kind of like a trap out there with these doctors. You know what I mean? If they're telling you not to eat animal products, bro, then they're obviously selling you a shitload of products. You know what I mean? On the side and making money. And that's what pissed me off once I finally woke up, because, like I said, I spend thousands of dollars, dude. Probably $500 every single month in just supplementation. You know, every single month.
That's crazy.
$500 because I get the top stuff, the 1 pound of blue green algae, you know, the 1 pound of spirulina, my diatomaceous earth, my Himalayan pink salt, my hemp protein powder, my fucking brown rice protein powder. Dude, I got ridiculous amount of shit in there. And you know what? I'm never gonna go back to it. And that's just the funny part of life, dude. All these proteins that I was taking have been indigestible and actually been working against, you know what I mean, the cause of my body healing itself. So I think there's a lot of disinformation out there. And I'm fully aware now, especially if someone like Bill Gates is supporting veganism, you should automatically look at that and be like, red flag number one, okay? If any kind of rich prick like Bill Gates is going to support veganism, you already know there's an agenda behind that, okay? He has something to do with Planned Parenthood. I can't believe if it's his parents or it's someone in his family that owns that Planned Parenthood. But the Planned Parenthood, just look at the abortions on that alone. You know what I mean? He owns that place. This is a population control. This is the agenda out here to control the population, as well as veganism. Veganism, you go sterile, right? You're not able to have your children. You know, you need those fatty acids. You need all that stuff that you cannot get from plant protein. You need the saturated fats. You need all that stuff that you cannot get from plant protein. So when someone like Bill Gates saying, hey, we're going to take away all this meat and we're going to give you soy, okay? Soy, they didn't say, you know, just regular plant. No, dude, they give you soy, okay? They give you the soy, and then they give you all the meat supplements with all the chemicals in it, which is what? Cancerous, right? So what do you think is going to happen to all the vegans in the future? Not everyone eats raw, and even the people that are eating raw, bro, are still deficient, and they're still starving. So, you know, the way I see it is there's going to be a bunch of people that just die with the vegan shit, and there's going to be a bunch of people that are going to wait till they get so fucking sick that they're going to let go of what they've been taught, and then they're going to jump ship. Those are only two things you're going to get with vegans, because vegans are stubborn, bro. Once they find that they know the truth, bro, they don't want to hear the answer from anyone. I can tell you this I've talked to plenty of them. You know, I've gotten in plenty of arguments with plenty of vegans, dude. And like I said, once they figure out that they know the truth, bro, then they don't want to hear nothing that you have to say. So we're going to have an epidemic here of dying freaking vegans, bro, straight up. And it's going to be right before our very eyes for our own entertainment on YouTube. So it's not like they haven't been warned. You know what I mean? It's just we let these people play on our senses, on our emotions, and make what natural is gross to us, and have pulled us away from the natural way and being of life. And now all we think is we're cruel species. All we do is cause harm. All we do is do this. All we do is do that. When in fact, we're only doing what we're supposed to be doing. We're the top predators. We've been eating animals since the beginning of time. It's not going to change. You know what I mean? And what do you think about this? One last thing. What do you think about this? Do you think we're really losing all of our animal resources right now? Do you think there really isn't enough animal resources to actually go around and feed the people?
What exactly?
Well, they're saying the reason that they're pushing another reason they're pushing this vegan agenda is because we're running out of animal resources. We're running out of they're just saying we're running out of animals, basically enough animals for everyone to eat. How do you feel about that? Do you think that's propaganda as well, or do you think? I mean, as far as I can see, there's animals everywhere.
Right, and the population numbers are a lie anyway, because it's way lower. If you look into it, it makes no sense at all. It was supposed to rise when World War One and World War Two were around, when most people died on Earth, and that's when the population supposedly rose by billions. And I'll link you a video about it that I made if you want to watch. So first, we have way less people on Earth than they are saying, and of course, it's the same with animals. But they did kill a lot of animals. Actually, there were thousands killed in Netherlands, in the UK, because they said that they have this disease and whatnot. It was all made up. This virus. So that part is true, but there's plenty of animals, and even if there weren't at some point, then you could still easily grow many, because pastured animals are actually way easier to grow than any of these slaughterhouses and factory farms that they use.
So do you think okay, so this is what I think then. So they're saying this to push an agenda. Number one, they're having Monsanto create all these, what do they call these what do they call those cows? The crazy cows, the ones that are created cows that are shit out all the milk, like 10 times more milk than a fucking regular cow. Is that what they're trying to do? Is they're trying to usher in Monsanto to actually, we're eating more these genetically modified animals and less of the real natural meats? Is that what's going on?
Of course, also, but they're trying to reduce the meat essentially, and wild animals are dying. That's how it is.
That's crazy. So basically what we're going to have to do is have our own farms.
Yeah.
To make sure we're safe. Mm-hmm. That's just about it. That's the way to cut everyone out the picture then, huh?
Yeah.
Man. Well, it looks like I know what I'm going to be saving for. I'm definitely going to be saving for a freaking farm, bro. Because like I said, there's nothing out here for, I have a family, you know what I mean? There's nothing out here, for us to go to except this Safeway, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I can only imagine, what possibly is being pumped into those meats, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm hoping they're not, they're clean, but, I can't say for sure, bro. It's in plastic, you know what I mean? Like, I can't say for sure. So as long as I figure as long as I get my ducks in order, you know what I mean, by going to seek out a farmer, you know what I mean, and then trying to translate to getting my own chickens, my own, roosters, my own animals. Until that point, dude, I think I'm just gonna try to do it on my own, and try to eliminate, try to eliminate all the commercial stores. I mean, literally, because I don't eat garbage, bro. I'm like one of the clean. Even when I was a vegan, I was like one of the cleanest, squeakiest clean eaters. I don't eat anything with chemicals in it.
Mm.
So, you know, same thing with now that I'm eating my meat, dude. It's plain meat, nothing in it. You know what I mean? And then, like I said, my sugar that I get is in my kombucha. That's it. That's all I get. You know, and there's only 3 grams of sugar in this. So here's a trick for you guys. You guys out there trying to stay in ketosis, it's very hard. Sure, you're gonna see that whatever's inside your body is craving sugar, whether that be a parasite or I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, you're going to see how hard it is to quit sugar, man. I'm literally telling you, your body's going to say, I want some sugar. So if you have to have some sugar, the best way to do it is to get you some kombucha. Try to find you some kombucha that, you know, that only has like, you know, a couple grams of sugar in it. Don't get anything that has any more sugar than that. You don't want to be taking any more sugar than that. And just take little sips on that throughout the day, and that helps totally kill your sugar craving, bro. And that's how I just been flying through ketosis just like this on a straight line, because at some point my body wants something else. You know what I mean? So I just trick it, you know what I mean, with a little bit of that kombucha. And that's how I've been able to stay, you know what I mean, all day below 10 grams of sugar. I don't ever go above that. I stay below 10 grams of sugar if I even consume any sugar at all. So that's how I figure I'm going to try to make my way through this matrix.
Yeah. Ketosis is more of a cleansing state than the state where you promote longevity. So it's more of a resting time. Whereas if you eat a lot of sugar, then you grow. And that's how you also grow and get older, because you produce AGEs, advanced glycation end products, and
you get gray hair.
But you also grow and you can gain fat. So it depends. That's why a lot of bodybuilders are into it. But you can see how they look like when they're 30. They look plus 40 at least.
Saggy. Everything is sagging, you know what I mean? So that's what you think as far as the most optimal diet, dude, is to continue, try to stay low ketosis, and then add some carbs in whenever I need.
Exactly. It depends on what you want. Yeah. But if you're into...
I just want at least 10 pounds. Right. At least 10 pounds, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I would love to weigh, you know, a solid 185, 190 again. You know what I mean? You know, that would be freaking awesome. But like like I said, I've been eating. I can't even tell you. I need to really start writing down how much I eat. I really need to keep track. But I'm telling you, it's a shitload of food. A lot. Even more than I've ever eaten, even when I was, you know, back in my early meat eating days. Like, dude, I eat a lot of meat in one sitting because it doesn't feel like I'm super full, you know what I mean? And I have a pretty high metabolism, so like it doesn't stay very long. It's like every 2 hours, dude, like I'm fucking ready to scarf something down, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, bro, I'm gonna that's what I'm gonna do, bro. I really appreciate you, got this, man. Like everything that you did, I really appreciate you freaking interviewing me, bro. I really appreciate you even talking to me. After the fact, I'm going to apologize right now. Like I said, I commented on one of your videos a while back, and it was one of the malnourished videos, like vegan malnourished videos. And I got a kick out of watching those because I used to follow Diabetes Police. You know what I mean? I used to follow him. So when I seen you make a video about him, it really, really started to really set in on me. Like, dude, I'm fucking starting to look like that. You know what I mean? And I'm thinking that was the way of life. You know what I mean? So once those light bulbs start turning on, dude, like I'm all over it. So I really, like I said, again, I just want to apologize for that little, you know, bad moment of my life. I didn't mean to come at you that way, but you know, we're better now. Move on, dude. I appreciate you. You, like I said, got this. Anytime you need something, man, I would really appreciate it and like it if you just hit me up and we could link up and do something together, man. It'd be great.
Yeah, cool, man. Yeah, I appreciate it too. Thanks.
Yeah, bro. Appreciate it, man. Let me know. Like anything.
All right.
Anything, bro.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right, bro. Have a good day.
Take care.
Later.